All right, so like I said, they'll be quite practical. We will start off with an architectural drawing. Um, we're going to open that house start file. It's it's in the 3ds Max file I gave you. The semester 3ds Max files. We'll start off with this, and then we will go into a plain design that doesn't have elevations already. This one already has elevations, so I will start off with this to make it easy to understand what we're about to build. So please follow along and design that as much as possible we can achieve what we are targeting. If you have any questions while we're going on, please call my attention. I'm here for you. Your questions are weird, then to be answered with a bucket of chicken. Just, yeah, chicken guy. So let me know when you're set, when you're gotten your images open. If you need help finding your images, let me know. Running slow. I will have given you, there's one laptop here, but it's not 3ds Max inside. One of my students' laptops, so it will help you. And I don't want to install 3ds Max instead. So I'm returning the laptop today. System is running slow. Turn off your make sure internet is not on. Make sure no other file is open. Mm, no, there's no open recent now. We open before. Guess what? Okay, just do open it just in case. No, it's like it's saying it's just saying it opens files. So click open. Click open. So go to where you located your files. Get rid of your semester 3 files. You should see a 3ds Max file that has all the, this is for 3D modeling and stuff. Yeah, I was saying if you'll be sitting down in front of me to avoid me rocking, this transportation is very far. No, it's just you need to open. You've not opened it before. So look for where did you store the files I gave you, three semester 3 files. No, no, it can't be there. Open your semester 3 class files. 3ds Max, that's what you are doing. So, yes. Have you seen it? How starts? Mm. See, I haven't found yours. Yeah. Using cannot find his files. Oh my god. See, semester 3, is that not semester 3 files, sir? Okay, the the view we have here is a camera view. Um, I don't know if you have done it already, but don't orbit it. This is a set view. It's I had already created a camera and kept it at this angle. So you can change this here where you have camera one, change it to perspective so that you are in your perspective view that you can orbit around. Mm. Don't orbit around the camera because normally when you set a camera in any view, um, you want to make sure that that is the camera angle you want, and changing it up and down will affect your design. So you can set two, three, four cameras to take the object from different views and then switch between the cameras, but don't orbit around the cameras, orbit around your perspective view. So perspective. Okay, so what we want to do is finish this design by putting doors, um, possible um, structures around, maybe like a maybe a drawer or something, you know, like in the kitchen, yeah, a cupboard or a cabinet. Then maybe some chairs, maybe basic chairs and stuff. So we're going to do some easy modeling and drop it inside this building. So we'll start with the house, the doors and the windows. So like you can see, this was from a an existing plan. This is the aerial view. So you could see there's basic structure of the plan. If we hide all the options here, you will see the actual drawing plan. But that will just be a lot of work. So let's start by putting the railing for this guy. Okay, so can orbit around. Remember Alt with the mouse and want to create a railing here. So the railing, remember where it is? Do you remember where the railing is? Yes, this side. Which side of this side? So we find the railing under standard primitives. Okay, we'll find it under AC extended. So we will have railing. Under when we have this time primitive, we click on that place, go to AEC extended, and then this is what we're looking for, railing. So create the railing, and what we need to do is pick the railing path. I've already created an arc here for that. So pick railing path and click on the path. That's this guy to create a railing path. Don't worry if it looks weird like this, straight and weird. It naturally starts off with one segment. And like said earlier, if you want to have an object that will curve smoothly, you have to add more segments to it so that it's flexible. So in the segment option here, you can increase the amount of segments you have to what you want. If you want to have a railing that looks like this, that's with three segments, it's okay. Yeah, I'm not judging, but you can make it round depending, but just don't make it less than three. Two segments is not really going to be nice because first of all, it will miss the poles, right? There are two poles here or posts here, so can do from three railings so that it will at least attach to the post, or you do more so that it's more rounded. So just pick anyone at all that you want. I've not finished putting. As I said, put as much as you can, but don't put too much. I'm going to I'm going to try and okay, let me go with TJ, if you are putting more than 20, that's kind of high. Okay, so let me use 14. 14 is round enough. Not too smooth, but round enough. I think it's even too much. Don't need it too much. 10 is fine. Is it? Okay. It's your choice. You can use 3 if you want. The most important thing why I'm saying that is because of these two posts here. It's only from 3 that it will be able to attach to the post. So if I have 3, 3 is still fine for me because it's attached to them. Mhm. You can come forward so that it will be easier for me to see where you're having challenges. Right. All right. Don't worry, it's that black wasp. Can kill it. Okay. All right. So now for your railing, do you want spacing or do you want it to be flushed? If you want it to be flushed, you can check in the fencing there and change it to a solid fill, or you leave it at thickest. So whatever you want. I think I'll leave mine at solid fill. For my I think for my top rail, I want to increase um okay, not the rail definitely. Let me see. For my top rail, I want to increase the width so that it looks a little bit like a table arrangement, something like this. I've not yet finished putting. I want you to be creative with it. Try to what? Segments. Anything from 3 and above. Your segments. No, it cannot be locked. Is everything according? You've not picked a railing path. No, you've not picked. It says pick railing path. You've not picked. Good. Now add your segments. Okay. Want it to look kind of weird, weird. So you can make the width as wide as you want. Want to give it that kind of feel where someone can sit down here and put something on top like a slab or a little table there. So I think I'm using 2 feet 1/8 of an inch. Mhm. 2 feet and 1/8. Right. Uh, so the height is fine. 3 foot 6 is high enough. 3 foot 6 is high enough. Once you're done with that, you can close by right clicking. Right click outside to come out of the drawing tool so that we have the railing set there. You right click to come out of the drawing. I didn't enter the height. The height was when you created this thing, it's supposed to have given you a height already. No, I'm not touching any of those guys. Where is your segment? Okay, 7 segments. Good. So the width is what I increased. No, just drag. That's not 2 feet. That's 0.2. Drag. Keep going up. Okay. So yeah. So I did 2 feet. It's still okay. Your drawing doesn't have to look like mine. The height, I think you made it a little bit shorter. The height has to be high enough. It's something high. Then I added my fencing, made it so it won't be spaced, made it um, solid fill, so it fills up the area. We've not changed this to perspective, so be changing them as well as the corrections are being done. Be doing it at that same time so you don't lag behind. Hmm? You don't lag behind because you lag behind to affect you. All right. So we good. Next thing is our doors. We want to fix doors first of all before we go into the windows. So this is the main door. This is like a back door. So looking at this plan, the plan of the house like this. This is a main entrance. This is also an entrance. So this could be from the driveway. Someone is coming in. That's when you park your car, you can walk in here. This could also be a main entrance for visitors coming to your house. So any of the options you want, you can make this a main entrance or make this a main entrance. So, but seeing that this door is wider, this could be a main entrance. At the same time, it could be a back entrance. So it leads to the uh, quadrangle of the house. Then this is the main entrance. So from the garage, this is the main entrance. I'm going to put a door, a simple door here, single door, single door, single doors. Here will be a sliding door. So that's good. So you find your doors on the doors. So you come to this point here and see doors. So these main doors will be pivot doors or pivot doors, doors that have hinges. Then we'll create a sliding door for the back entrance. So remember how doors are made? You create the width, create the depth, and then you create the height, or vice versa, right? So if you were to create a door, for instance, let's say on this point here, when you zoom into the door, you know your door has to be around this posts. In architectural drawing, you do things like this to demarcate where a window ends or so. So from looking at this design here, you can see that the door, these two places are glasses, like windows as in see-throughs. So that's why in the design here, I had to create windows and then make this. So your door will be from this end to this end. So if I pick a pivot door, for instance, looking at the design, I want to determine what was the first one? Hmm? I want to determine a width. Good. Next thing I want to do is determine a depth, right? And then I want to now determine a height. So that's how you make your doors. So determine a width, determine a depth, then determine a height. So determine a width, I draw from where I want the door to start to where I want the door to end. Then determine a length, a depth that will show how thick the door is with reference to the wall, and then I'll determine the height afterwards. So let me reduce my depth a little bit so I can bring in good. So I said, basically, from if you are doing your door, the flushness here should be on the inside of the house, right? This spacing should be for the outside of the house, in the outside of the house. Because if you look at most of that doors, you notice that it is inside here that we're seeing the flush, like you're seeing the hinges and everything. On the outside, it's just the place because the door was going to open inside. Unless the door is opening outside, then it should be the other way around. Okay, but it doesn't make sense for it's always good for a door to open inside. At least I have control of it. So that's why to get that arrangement um, on your, like I drew on my top view, because this will be where the hinge will be. I started drawing my width from there, then drag my depth backward. The depth is the spacing that we have here, and then now to the height. So if for any reason, like after I've created my door now and I want to change anything without having to delete that, that's where we have then the modifier list. You can go and flip the swings or the hinge or this or how the door will behave. So now let's see how the door opens. So you can click on the open to see how the door opens. Just that. They are open. That's this. That's the degree of opening to the door. So in most architectural design, whenever you create the design of a door, the door is never closed. It usually should show the angle of opening so that people know that that door opens. If you do a design where the door is closed, it will just people assume that that door never opens. So you want to get the I want to get the angle so that we know okay the door opens to the left or to the right or goes inside or comes outside. So you always want to do that. Open, open. Here, just drag the degree of open. You've forgotten that you have to come to modify. Yeah. Your modify tab now. You are still in your create tab, so there will be no menu. Yeah. Yeah, go to modify. Once you come out of drawing mode, you need to switch to a modify tab to see the parameters. Yeah. Okay, so if you don't want the door to swing this way, you can flip the swing so that it goes to the outside. Or like I said, very rarely will you want your doors to open on the outside. You want it to open on the inside, at least for security purposes. It's that if you're opening, you see something coming, you can close your door back. Not the one as you open it, you hold door for you. Yeah. So, yeah, flip swing. If you want to flip the direction of the door, that's from the inside now, but just want to flip the direction, then you use the hinge. You flip the hinge. So you flip the anchor of where the door is going. But since in our plan, this is a wall, a longer wall, so rather the door opens to that wall, to the closer range, right? But it still depends on you because this is also a wall, just not as closed as this. This wall is straight for a longer period than this wall, so uh, this wall breaks from here. So if you open here, you still have some open room. You can see other aspects of the house. So if somebody was standing here, and if this was your visitor, for instance, when he opens this door, he can already see the parts of. So, mm, so generally, no, what I'm talking now is the view based on the swing of the hinge. Now, so from here, I can see this part of the house. So opening the house, I still get to see that place. Okay, if I flip the hinge, this is what I'll be seeing. I'll be seeing the parlor. I won't see this other side of the house. So, like I said, depending on what you have in mind, if this is going to be the living room, this is going to be like a kitchen point. Yeah, you might want to open this because people don't naturally sit down in the kitchen, they sit down here. And if the hinge is this way, you're not really seeing the kitchen stuff. You're just seeing this tab here. So you're seeing only up to here where this K is. You're not seeing this main part. So that means you're not really seeing the house until you come inside. Then you now get a good view. So that's why I like the hinge to be on this side. So that's preferably. Okay, so this door is fixed. You can now go around and fix doors for other parts of the house. Um, there's a door here that leads to the bedroom. So right here, there's a door. You notice there's no window sign because there's no window by this door. It's just a wall. So we need to get the spacing of this door. We can't really see it from here. So we can't really determine the width of the door from here. And drawing from here is not really a uh, good idea, but you can work something out just so that you can get the concept you are trying to get. So for the width of the door, go back to, it's still going to be a pivot door though. So for the width of the door for this room, I just want to get a good view of the angle of the door here. So you could take a width since it's going to be on the inside. This is the inside of the room. So we want to take the width from the inside. That's from here to here, not from here to here. So we'll click here and determine a width. Okay. So this is the width, the depth, and then can now determine the height. Right. So something like that. I can now flip the swing of the door to swing inside. Just did it again. Okay. Okay. The door is gonna be here, right? So since I can't see it from here, I just join it with this guy. So I want to get the width from here to here and the depth. Okay. So because the door is going to be, the flush part is always going to be inside of wherever the door is covering. So we want to drag the width from this part of the wall to this part of the wall, not this part to this part. Yeah. So I want to get the width from here to here, this part of the wall. Then I want to get the depth to this part of the wall. I'm using the top view as well to see where the depth will stop. And then I'm going upwards using my front view to see when the door is actually the same height with the stuff. So because this is a room, I don't want the door to open this way. So I'm not going to flip the swing to the inside and then flip the hinge as well. So why I flip the hinge is, first of all, to maintain consistency with the way this door opens. This door opens to the left. So this door should also open to the left. Secondly, it's opening to the wall. Okay, so open to the wall. So it opens to the wall and come inside. But if you want to create more privacy with the room, you can make the door open to this part of the wall so that it will now be hanging. This wall is better because if the door opens to the end, it will just stop at the wall here. If I flipped the hinge, to have this kind of space in here. So either way is okay. It will now depend on the security you are trying to achieve for the room, because the angle of the room here, if I go into the room, from the room I can see the parlor like this. Sir? For room door. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. If you like you say, it's your design. So, okay. So, okay. Yeah, it's still the same process. All right. Okay, so I've done for this door. There is a bathroom. This is a or the bathroom or what do they call that place now? This would be like a yeah. Let's imagine this is a bathroom, a very tiny bathroom for that. This is a bathroom. This bathroom door will be a slide door because it'll be like glass, right? Probably. So this one will be bathroom. Let's create a sliding door for this one. That's this space here, from here to here. So we can create a sliding door for that. So we create width. Yeah. How do you move the camera? Yeah, that's what your orbit tool is meant for. Your alt and your middle mouse. Let me come in here. You want to pan your scene. Just middle mouse click and pan. Dealt with that. You want to zoom in and out. You roll your middle mouse button. You zoom in and out. You want to orbit your scene. Alt and middle mouse. Everything about navigation in 3ds Max or AutoCAD is middle mouse. So same thing. The only difference between 3ds Max and AutoCAD is in 3ds, in AutoCAD, to orbit is Shift and middle mouse, while here is Alt and middle mouse. Okay. So I want to create this door. I want to use a sliding door for the bathroom. The bathroom. No problem. Yeah, there's a master bedroom and a normal. I say normal, as if the other one is abnormal. Okay, so I'll create a height and drop the door there. Yeah, and do the sliding door. So the frame of this door, obviously when we get into textures, we can now make it to look to be glass because already the panels here is already selected as glass. So, but it doesn't look very glassy. So we will be the ones to add a glass material to it. Okay, so just go around, put doors everywhere. There's a door by the garage opening here. Once you park your car, you walk in to the garage here. So there should be a door here. So there should be a door by the garage here. That's right, somewhere here. So I'll use that same idea and create a door here and use the constraints. So, but using a pivot door, depth and the height. Right. Okay. Right. And one more bedroom here. We have two more doors. This one on the outside here and on the inside. So it's a sliding door for this one. Okay. That's brown. Just notice something. Well, no, it really is. It's a bit run back to. Zooming on the really helps me more. This place here. Oh, don't worry. It's going to the wall. That's this thing that you're saying is it's not the railing itself, it's just how I call it now. That will determine the way the curve goes around. For the windows, any option you want. Fine. Are you done putting windows? Are you done putting windows? If you want to turn off, there are some dummy windows there already. In your arrangement here at the bottom, see all the windows there that I put. You can turn it off by turning off the slide or one of the eyes for each of them. So yeah. And that's why I said yeah, put them as placeholders. So you can turn them off and put real windows. These windows cannot open. They are placeholders. I want you to put in real windows. Okay? As my yeah. The the placeholders. You just put your window first. The there are windows on the you see the on the scene explorer. So there's one window on the wall. There's another folder for windows. There are a lot of windows there. So just use them. Yep. Yeah. They don't know how the country will be by tomorrow. So I said, keep abreast. Any updates? Watch news. Tell us what's happening. Yeah. Is that? Yeah, I know. If I say, okay, something happened, but it has stopped, so start coming, you just walk down. All right. So this this windows down here is windows, all the windows, all the windows. Yeah. Just get rid of them. Turn on your own window. The objects you created, pivot door. You can rename them so I know which door is which door. So like a front entrance, back entrance, bedroom one, bedroom two, garage door, and stuff like that. Just like this guy, this one will be garage. The essence for naming is just so that it's easy to uh, ident- identify. Mm. Mm. Where? There's Mike there. Yeah, on Friday. Was that Friday? A bit third. Yeah, Friday. Okay. So, Jason, which kind of windows do you use? Light. I'm just observing the face of the person that's talking. Okay, so uh, Windows. Mm, mm. Is it? That what you use for burglary proof. I cannot open. So how we enter the house? The placeholders. You might see, and if never take light, you on gen. Yeah, right. So remember, let's say, remember our windows are now. We have different types for this is fixed, 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 projected, fixed, right? But this whole place. Yeah, that's why once you take like everybody has to run out because heat won't kill you. But this is not a house, this is a plaza. So there's a difference. So for our uh, projected window, if you open it, it's going to be like this. Weird. This is how projected windows are. Mm. Um, this is a pivot window. So opens. Say. This is a fixed window. This is the type we have here. This is the type I use that is used on the design. Then this one is casement window. So it looks like a door. This one is a sliding window. So it's sliding up or down. So basically, we have all these windows. It's up to you to choose which one of the six you want to create in the house. Well,
Not like my own. I do. If this done now,
mm,
not that one is head, not that one.
mm,
Really,
it doesn't reach the end.
I find it your
As in, it doesn't reach the end. It's starting halfway. I've never seen a door like that.
who's saying what I
Yeah, no, that's what I'm asking. Since you're just saying, me too, I'm just asking.
this is
I wonder how creative that would be. But just let's be creative. Imagine this door is not hinged to anywhere. So there's no wall.
push and break.
This is not Benin.
So let's leave it.
It's in Benin that you see empty fence. And you see only gates. So they tell somebody cross and pass, no follow gates now. You know how far. So so no, you can't. You have to at least let the door
Then
be.
that stuff I told you that mine is like that's the things are bringing the
Mm,
and you came to do that.
it's
Exactly
very
the same
normal.
thing I did for Mama.
Mm.
Let my sister, I think was Mama.
See what you do. See, the first thing you do about a door or a window is click and drag, and then let go. Don't click and drag. You just drag. then click, then drag, then click.
I know that one does that.
So this as if you follow that, the drawing method is set by default to width, depth, height, right? The highest it will go is width, height, depth. That's it to do width, and you do height, then you do depth. That's if you select the second option. But you will never draw height first before width. Because even in measurement, remember now, all these are pixel measurements. You always measure width first before height. X flags is first before Y axis. So okay, so how many of us have put windows? Have we finished putting our windows? Windows. Oh, that had a different way of meaning. And then it's like how this half. Very nice. I like the window. This one looks like toilet window. That is not bad. Okay, so I've used between my casement, my awning, and my lighting. For this one, I'll use awning. Or let me see first. Yep.
If your Y and X are showing red,
One X-ray red. I didn't even I just I didn't even understand how to answer that.
let's start crossing stuff now.
Okay.
So this part, you know, this is wrong now.
No, it's just showing you direction of Y and the X. Yeah.
Just look as you see the things go down.
Have you used, but it will go down because now it's doing depth now. The fact that it's moving without you clicking means it has already determined the width. So now it's depth that it's doing. Because if I click now, next thing that will come is height. So once you have to click and drag first, then the other ones you now do click, click once and then, oh sorry, stop that. You have to click and drag the first one. So that is probably what you were doing. Yep. Ladies, if you're waiting home, have a good time. Tata, support. Ni chawa, ni Kailo. That? Doorknob. You want a doorknob? You can create a doorknob yourself. Who is listening to Michael Jackson or something that sounds like Michael Jackson? Amir, are you finished drawing your door? Amir, are you finished drawing your windows and your doors? Finish at once.
So if the video is one by one, that one.
Before, I want to do 2 by 2.
The other one.
And building is a building. When they do things, the other way. Yep. Ask the
The
question.
how will you know when it's done?
Should be
And how will you
where it's supposed to be hinged.
okay,
Basically,
so
just
sorry,
okay.
let me say I don't know, but I use garage
Mm-hmm.
and
This
yeah,
and
how will you know when to use or no this one we did it and there are
mhm.
so
Like I explained, the hinging of doors is based on where the door is being placed, first of all, and secondly, what you are trying to reveal in the door. So, like this one now that we did, yeah, um, when we did the house, I was like, imagine you had come into the house, right, and you walk in. So once this door is open, right, you be seeing is what you'll be seeing. You can't really see the parlor, neither can you really see the kitchen side. Okay. So flipping the hinge, once you open the door, you are seeing all these sections. Then secondly, there is an extended wall in the house here. This wall is more extended than this wall. This wall opens up more. So preferably you want to swing this way so that yeah, it falls back on a more extended wall. Then the garage on as well. This is the garage on. Because this door is opening this way, you can't have this one open inside. That the doors will hit. So preferably you want this thing to swing. And if this is a garage, you probably want, I mean not switch that guy. You probably want to flip the hinge this way because this is a wall. Yeah, want to go towards the wall and walk in and can close the door. Okay, so this room, bedroom, same thing. We have the hinge going towards this wall that you can walk in the room. Okay. It's not also too bad if you put it here because this spacing is almost the same, but this is a longer stretch of wall. So it's better to have the hinge this way. This other room, the hinge is going this way because at this, to stop at this part of the wall. There's no point the hinge coming this way because this wall is very small. That means the door will hang with it this way. So then this one, because it's an outside door, it could be a slide door and it's wider. So it's good for a slide door instead. The same with the back door here in the room, in the living room. This is slide door. Okay, so then the windows here, I put this double slide windows. Then for these two ones, I now made it fixed windows. There's only this one that can open. These ones are just true. Are you done? You can't rest till you're done. So be done first. So just be done. Then nobody should carry this work home. Finish it. This one. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Unlike those that are living outside of Guarimpa now, you can't even go home. Hey, Babu, all of you are staying Guarimpa except Amir. So, so finish this thing because I don't want us to do this again. Bedroom. Bedroom windows should be aired. DJ, are you done with all the windows? Did you hear me? No, it's not. Please ungrace him. DJ, are you done with all your windows and doors? Okay. Mm. Sir, question.
The Tuesday, what is the
Only before the
yeah, what is it? Tuesday,
for this ones. How did I want?
and
They don't worry now. When you draw, it will be drawing on the grid. So when you finish, you can now lift it up and change the height, so it fits in. Quite quickly. What? Casement window. And get the perfect height. Good enough height.